Welcome to the Parlay Boys podcast. Quick hitting sports and gaming opinions to help you get to the bag. Now here's your host, RJ Guest.
Uh, yeah. What is up, Ram fans, Bills fans? Y'all ready? Cowboy fan, Eagle fan, what's going on? Welcome to the maiden voyage of the Parlay Boys podcast. I am your newfound friend, RJ Guest. Hit me up on Twitter at ParlayRJ, where we talking about getting a million, the big one. This about to be the meetup spot every Friday to further notice on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcast on. Now I know all the wise guys and all the sharps, they hear the word parlay, they already running for the hills because the wise guys, they don't like to talk about parlays and teasers. It's like the dirty little secret. But for the small guys, you got to remember, it's a lot of guys coming into this space that are new and they're learning their way. And let's just face it, playing and winning small parlays is not a lot different than enjoying that compound interest on Wall Street. Except we're not on Wall Street. We're on Vegas Boulevard. You're popping bottles with models and enjoying the fruits of your labor every week, every month. And it's just, it should have been illegal a long time ago, but it's just now getting legalized. And so instead of having to take a trip to Vegas, you can get down right on your smartphone. So we're not touting games. We're not selling picks. We just gonna share a little information so you can do what you do. Discreetly, of course. So now that we got that shit out the way, let's head to the city of angels. We got the Buffalo Bills coming to LA. Long ass flight from Orchard Park to LA. Now I know Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they've been losing these playoff games, staying on the field, watching other teams celebrate, watching the confetti fall. But tonight it's going to be a different kind of celebration. They get to stay on the field and watch the Super Bowl champs drop that banner in the rafters. You get to see the fireworks go off inside the iconic, the palatial, brand new, christened with a Super Bowl championship SoFi Stadium. So I'm a former child pyromaniac. I love shooting shit off in the house. But, setting stuff on fire, shooting the fireworks inside the building, I get a rise out of that. So I might have a tear in my eye when I see it tonight. So Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, y'all strap in because AD and the boys, small 2.5 point favorite at home. So I think we're going to win the game outright. And I know people say grow a pair and take the money line, but you got to remember, we got to take the newbies a little slower and tell them to take the points with the Rams. And, you got a little revenge working on our side tonight because if y'all remember a couple of years ago, the Rams went into Orchard Park, got in the shootout, and the refs just took it at the end. I don't know if the refs had the over or if the refs, had their money on the Bills, but they did a job on the LA boys that day. And I'm pretty sure Sean McVay remembers that. And we'll have something extra special on his menu for y'all tonight. Now, the Buffalo Bills, they lost their offensive coordinator, Brian Dable. They lost him to the Giants. He's a head coach now. Is that significant? Because their head coach he's pretty much a defensive guy. He's not calling the plays. Because I know somebody will bring it to my attention that the Rams lost their offensive coordinator. They lose their offensive coordinator every year, but it don't make a difference because Sean McVay is the one cooking it up. And our offensive coordinator is really just an offensive coordinator name. And, they come get our offensive coordinator every year. Because that's what happens when you got a winning team, winning coaching staff. They try to raid them and take them for their team. Um, I know somebody said that are we have a home field advantage that's not as big of a home field advantage because of the whole LA thing. But see, when you're winning, the home field advantage is different than if you lose. So the home field advantage is going to be there. It ain't going to be empty and full of Buffalo Bill fans. It ain't going to be like that. So I got something else for you. Y'all take Alabama and Texas over the total and parlay it with the Rams tonight. Got a nice two-teamer to kick off the first season of NFL weekend. And let me know how much you won on it after you cash. So somebody hit me with this new Tom Brady news. I don't know what's going on. And usually I want to say it's off the field, it's his personal, his private life. But this got something to do with football. So it's kind of fair game. I know his wife, she bad. I mean, she fine. She a smoke show. She gets the money. Brady gets the money. And she looks so good. I gotta hit her with that Brent Musburger when he saw AJ McCarron's girl at the football game. Whoa! If y'all remember that. But Tom ain't playing because he's short on money. She got money too. I mean, they ain't got to do this an extra year to make the ends meet because them ends meeting hard as hell at the Brady household. So sound like he loved ball more than he loved having Giselle at the house. I don't know. Y'all tell me. So Dak, y'all get ready because Tom Brady, he might come through and drop 400 yards and 4 tubs come Sunday night. I'm going to be watching. And we'll see how that goes. Now, moving along, Lamar Jackson. This is an easy one. I think the Ravens don't really value him as much as they should because he was a pick by Ozzie Newsome. Now, everybody know Ozzie Newsome was the longtime general manager for the Ravens. And he drafted, I think they drafted, his first pick was Ray Lewis. And his last pick was Lamar Jackson. And I think the new guy that's a general manager that he stepped aside for DeCosta, I think he just, part of him don't care if Lamar leave because he wants to draft his own guy. Kind of like when owners buy a team, they may not value or covet the current head coach because they got somebody else in mind. So I think y'all in Ravens country, I think y'all are lucky that Lamar is playing, because they should have been papered him up, and he's still playing. I mean, he's making $23 million this year, and that's still a boatload of money, but he just saw everybody else get their money done right, so he deserves to get his done right, and you can't compare any of the dudes that just got their contracts. Dak, not Deshaun, not Kyler. Because what's different about Lamar? He got that MVP. You can't compare him. So, like I said, they lucky that he's, even getting on the field. Because, I mean, he could slip and fall on a banana peel and boom, there go his money. So, a lot of people have been watching to see how that goes because, you got a couple of more quarterbacks that's getting ready to come up for their money. You got Justin Herbert. He might get 600 million. We don't know. But anyway, I know a lot of people have been watching Hard Knocks training camp since it debuted in like 2001. it's a bit of a hit and miss show to me because sometimes it's boring. But last year, HBO turned it up a notch and they went with Hard Knocks in season, where they follow the team day to day and all the practices for the week leading up to the game. They highlight the game. They go through that process with the players, the families, also with the coaches and their families. They did the Colts last season, and now Darius Leonard, the stud linebacker for the Colts, he done changed his name to Shaquille. Or rather, Shaquille was his middle name or something his family calls him. Shaquille or Shaq. Not Shaquille O'Neal, but Shaquille Leonard. Now, I don't know what the exact explanation, but I really think it has something to do with Shaquille O'Neal. And Kobe Bryant, too, because none of these Shaquilles and Kobe's in sports are like over 25 to 28 years old. And that's right in the Shaquille O'Neal wheelhouse when he became a household name in 1992. So it kind of fits just right. So parents, future parents coming up soon, we got enough Shaqs. It's like 20 of them. Well, 21 now since we got Shaq Leonard instead of Darius Leonard. And that's no shade to Darius Leonard because he's a stud. Anybody would want him on their team playing linebacker. So, what name y'all gonna switch to next? Um, this fall, HBO announced that they was gonna highlight the Arizona Cardinals on the in-season program, and I expect that to be better than this last one that they did with the Detroit Lions. So, I know everybody is ready to see how much study time Mr. Kyler Murray is gonna be getting in on camera. Personally, I think they shouldn't have set him out there like in the media like that. But he's a man, young man, in his 20s. He not trying to be buttoned up all the time like a Peyton Manning, or a Tom Brady. Let this young brother chill and enjoy his paper. Chase a few girls in that Arizona sun. You know, um, Broncos fan. Y'all been trying to find a QB since Peyton left. I mean, y'all done ran through a few of them since y'all got that Super Bowl win a few years back. I think y'all have just gotten lucky with my first namesake, Russell Wilson. Yeah, we now know why the Seahawks kind of fell off these last few years. It was just unexplainable, the drop off that we saw him have right before our eyes recently. So y'all got a quarterback now. And it's been said the Seahawks tried to trade Russ for the number one overall pick in 2018. I can't even believe that. I mean, what were they thinking? Were they gonna take Baker Mayfield? All the details ain't out. But I'm thinking if they was trying to get Baker Mayfield, I mean he a baller and he was great at Oklahoma from walk on to Heisman Trophy. But I don't think he can compare to old Dangerous. So I don't know. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna holler back next Friday. We doing it on Thursday this week because it's like Christmas in September. We kick off with the Super Bowl champion Rams on that first Thursday night. Um, Remember tonight beneath the Oculus in LA. Y'all let me know how much money you made tonight. Let me know how much money you made after this two-teamer with Alabama and Texas over hits on Saturday. So let's keep the party going on Twitter at Parlay RJ. Hashtag Parlay Season. That's PARLAYSZN. I'll talk to y'all soon. Holla.